usually would hold a microphone like this. I don't have a stand, but fuck it, let's do it. Not that I think there are a lot of Kings fans out here, but apparently the Kings are legit and just ruined Russell Westbrook's Clippers debut. So let's talk about it. Now holding the record for the second most points scored in a game, the Clippers and Kings just ended with a score of 176 to 175. And since I haven't seen any videos talking about it, I'll make one. Fuck it. So we got Kawhi, Paul George, Malik Monk, and Aaron Fox, who looked phenomenal in this game. Let me pull up the box score to be real specific, because I'm pretty sure they all have 40. Or Paul George was close. Because a lot of people have been sleeping on Kings basketball all season. I'm not a Kings fan, but I bet on the games. And the Kings are a team you definitely want to bet on. And I wish I did tonight, because I just missed out on a bag. Because you couldn't go wrong with this game. Let's see, De'Aaron Fox, 42 points, 12 assists, only 3 turnovers. Damn. You also got Malik Monk off the bench. He played 41 minutes, so he's basically playing starter minutes. His 6 threes. Again, 45 points, 6 assists, 2 turnovers. So, look, turnovers are very important. That's why I'm calling them out. And you'll see why. Next on the list, Paul George, 34 points, 10 boards, 5 assists, 4 turnovers, a steal, and a block. So, getting it done on both sides. Again, 35, 10, and 5. Not much more you can ask for Paul George. Phenomenal game. And then Kawhi Leonard, who was torching all game long. 44 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers. 3 steals and 2 blocks. And the reason I bring up the turnovers is because Russell Westbrook in his Clippers debut, 17 and 14. Phenomenal, by the way. 14 assists. Hey, he's playmaking. 7 turnovers. Horrible. And fouled out at the same time. What the fuck, Russ? Yeah. And my takeaways from this game, and sure, many people takeaways all over Twitter were Kawhi's back. Paul George is Paul George. Russ gets way too many turnovers, so not much really changed from him on the Lakers. And on top of that, really the Clippers, their offense looks, I mean, it's hard to say the offense looks horrible with them scoring 175 points and still losing somehow. But it was like turnovers. It was like a lot of bad turnovers. Turnovers from dudes not passing the ball on time. Turnovers on people not catching the ball. Turnovers for Russ just being Russ. Oh, I see one Paul George turnover. He's trying to pass to Russ. He threw a lazy pass from the hash to the top of the key. Got stolen in the Kings bucket. And then on top of that, another thing I noticed from the Clippers' point of view on a bad side, that they was just giving up. Like, it shouldn't have been an overtime. They gave up an open 3 because Russ and Batum, if I'm not mistaken, were both ball watching. Russ kind of got lost. He tried to call it out, but he didn't get there in time. And no one rotated there in time, so it ended up being a wide open 3, which I believe is what forced the overtime to begin with. I've seen a lot of people defending Russ, and for me, I would love to defend him, but it's kind of hard to defend someone who had 7 turnovers and fouled out. Though I do doubt they lost this game because of him, because if I go down to the box score, as a team, they had 25 turnovers. That's more than you would have in a 2K rec game, maybe, depending on who you're going against. Yeah, 25 is crazy. You have 10 more turnovers than the team you went against. But you only lost by 1 point with that. So, good job, Kawhi. You're back. Please don't sit out the next game. On the opposite, though, the Kings look really good. They've looked really good all season. They have a record of 34 and 25. So I'm guessing they're still, top 3 in the standings in the West. With that, you have Malik Monk off the bench who had 45 points. Now, I don't think this is replicatable, but if it was, that would be phenomenal. Gotta make the Lakers look back. Another one of their players go to a different team and look great, but he was good for the Lakers. More than that, De'Aaron Fox is showing that he's clutch. Sabonis kind of disappointed me there because he only had 20 and 10, but at the same time, he only played 31 minutes because he fouled out. So, how can I really complain there? On top of that, the Kings now have the highest net rating, highest offensive rating in a season in NBA history. So, the Kings are on top. And if you're a Kings fan now, what do you think? Are you tired of the Kings being disrespected? Because the Kings are often disrespected. If you're a Clippers fan, how are you feeling about Russell Westbrook? I'm tell you right now, these type of games that you lost, that you really shouldn't have lost, it's kind of why the Lakers got rid of him. And I don't want to pile on a Russ slander because a lot of it, but 7 turnovers from your point guard, your starting PG, is kind of buns. The most turnovers in the game at all. And granted, you could argue they was only really in the game because of Russ, because the minutes without him didn't look the best. But come on, bro. Come on. Too many turnovers, 7, and I've been hearing it's really 8. So maybe they just took away one of his turnovers, but I don't know, it looks really bad, bro. On the opposite side, though, it looks like Russ could easily open up. He looked like he's easily opening up the floor for Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Like, granted, he's not the best shooter, so the spacing isn't there, but the playmaking is going to be elite. Or maybe, because it's kind of harder to say elite when you're having 14 assists with 7 turnovers, like a 2-to-1 assist turnover ratio. Assist to turnover ratio isn't that good. So it's kind of hard to say elite with that, because elite would be like 14 assists, maybe like 3 turnovers. You know, maybe 4, because you just letting it loose. 7 is crazy. Not gonna lie. Above 5 is what I'm thinking, like, damn, you had a horrible game, like passing the ball, and he had 7 again. But who am I to complain? It's Russell Westbrook. I'm not an NBA player. The signing looks really good. Not to mention you got Norman Powell off the bench with 24 points. And it kind of has me thinking like the Clippers are not going to be scoring 175 points a night. I mean, they're not even going to be scoring like 140 a night, 135 a night, 130 a night. But what it does mean is you do have a new level of playmaking for them. And I think this actually proves that he's a good fit. But it also proves the downsides of Russ, having the turnovers. But also that kind of doesn't change anything, because Russ doesn't really change expectations of the team. I have to kick him in when he's down, but you lost to the Kings. No offense to the Kings, but you lost to the Kings and you put up 175 points. So now what? Like, you can't score more points than that, really. I mean, you could score 1 more, maybe 2 more. But come on, bro. At the end of the day, I guess it kind of proves the Lakers won the trade. Got rid of Russ. Now they on a great win streak. They're on a win streak right now. And then Russ debut, he had dropped 7 turnovers. I don't know. I just want to give a shout out to the Kings. That's really all this video is. It's nothing major. I'm not even sure how many people it's going to be interested in this video. But the Kings dropped 176 points and won a game in the same night that the Bulls blew the fuck out the Nets. And Klay Thompson dropped 42 and no one really cares. And Devin Booker is now the franchise leader in threes made. But because it is a 176-point game, I guess no one's going to give a fuck about that. It was a great night for basketball, great night for betting. I wish I bet. If you did it, I'm not sponsored by anyone. Babe, hey, bet on the Kings. I will say that. Good basketball. A lot of good betting here. Poor Clippers fans. But, yeah. Oh, if anything I didn't cover tonight or any more games or anything else, leave a comment down below. Feel free to leave comments down below of things you want covered, because I'll cover things like this that I don't think anyone else will really cover, because who really cares about the Kings? I kind of do. Not gonna lie. Them and the Cavs, they have sweet spots in my heart. And I'm not a fan of either. So, that's all. Goodbye.